Synergy is an awesome software that lets you share your mouse and keyboard between multiple computers. Check it out using the link in the description section. Being in the tech space, I get to see product categories progress as hardware becomes more powerful and cost-effective. Gaming laptops have especially been subject to this shift in the past few years. Ultra presets and high-frame gaming was made possible with the fairly recent release of Nvidia's new graphics cards that bring desktop-like performance in laptop-sized proportions. iBuyPower has kindly sent us out one of their 17-inch ASUS ROG laptops equipped with a GTX 1050 Ti and Intel's new Kaby Lake i7 7700HQ processor to test out. So let's start off with the hardware. Most of the laptop is made out of plastic, but the construction feels tight and there's very little flex both in the body and display. The top is made from aluminum. It feels nice and has these bright orange accents that light up when the display's backlight is on. The keyboard is good. The keys are chiclet and have 2.5mm of travel distance. Using it for typing and gaming were great. They're not the most tactile, but this is probably the best laptop keyboard I've tested in this price range. Through the ROG Aura Core, we can customize the 4 RGB zones of the keyboard. Now, even though they are not individually lit, it's still fun to customize. We also get a full number pad, which is a must for me. The trackpad uses Windows Precision drivers, so it's super accurate. It is a plastic trackpad, so not the best feeling, but it still has great gesture recognition. We get a lot of options in terms of connectivity. 3 USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB 2.0, an HDMI and DisplayPort. Standard audio connections, you got the Ethernet jack, a USB Type-C port, and an SD card reader located at the front underneath the chin. Oh, also an optical drive if you still use that in 2017. The 1080 panel is bright and has good contrast and viewing angles. It has a matte coating, which makes it great to use in bright rooms and even outside underneath the sun. If color accuracy is what you're after in a gaming monitor, then this is definitely not it. Although it doesn't really affect gaming and watching videos. The speakers add to the experience. They do get loud and bassy while still holding onto the overall clarity, which I'm actually surprised in a gaming laptop. In fact, here's a quick audio sample.
Y'all want to see some dead robots?
Battery life unfortunately isn't the best, with 3 hours of usage being what I typically get on an average day. Upgradability is easy to do. Removing the screws at the bottom gives us access to 2 RAM slots that support a total of 32GB as well as 2 hard drives. But with all that said, let's take a look at some benchmarks. With the 1050 Ti, we were able to run most games at their high presets while staying above 60 FPS. Looking back, this would have required hardware twice as thick just a few years back, which ties into the whole progression thing I was talking about earlier. There wasn't any significant throttling going on, but the laptop does get loud and hot, especially when the 1050 Ti is being pushed to its limit. Now keep in mind, this is running on a quad-core 7700HQ, which is perfect for gaming. However, when it comes to productivity, it's not as great, especially if you're going to be editing and rendering out files. It is definitely possible in 1080p, but anything other than that, it is not recommended. So the model iBuyPower sent us cost $1,300, and honestly, may be a bit pricey, but for this price, you won't find a better gaming laptop with these specs. You get a 17-inch 1080p panel, a 7700HQ Kaby Lake processor, and a GTX 1050 Ti. It runs all the newest games above 60 FPS, has a great display, paired with some surprisingly good speakers. The keyboard is well made and there aren't any negatives besides the battery life. I'll drop a link to the laptop down below in case you guys want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you guys use more than one keyboard and mouse because you have several computers, then Synergy is definitely something you should check out. It's an awesome software that lets you use just one keyboard and one mouse across 2 or more computers, whether you're using Windows, Mac, or even Linux. They do have a couple of different versions depending on the features you need. I mean, they got stuff like clipboard sharing, where you can copy and paste between your computers, or even drag and drop files from one computer to another, and a bunch more features. I'll go ahead and drop a link down below where you guys can get 25% off Synergy just for my viewers. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.